Let's go, guys. We have another game here. This time we have the Japanese playing. Japanese in the color teal playing is maomao. It's like the assistant of the temperature of the horse, something like that. It's like the assistant that takes the temperature of the horse. In the color orange, playing as Jeanne. It's this guy, this one I don't know, but it is beastie. It is beastie. Welcome everybody to another Age of Empires forecasted game. Usually I don't know what's up with people. Everyone putting Chinese names to, I don't know why. But the thing is, you know, like if you're like a streamer where you put a Chinese name, and I don't know why, but maybe they don't want you to find you, or they don't want you who you are. I don't know. For whatever reason, they just put whatever name, right? It's like you don't speak Chinese, so you can just put any kind of letter, and that's it, right? You're good to go. Like you don't need a meaning. And in that way, you could say that, oh, okay, like this thing has no meaning at all. That's what. Therefore, this is not a Chinese player. And the thing about the Chinese players is that even the real Chinese players, like this guy, this one is real Chinese player from China, they don't put any kind of meaning to their name. So you really don't know. Like both of them is like Chinese has no meaning basically. And the reason is the language has a very specific thing regarding the meaning of the things are usually along the sides of some kind of philosophical phrase or some kind of anecdote or some kind of hidden meaning that even if you translate directly from a Google translator or something like that, it won't make any sense unless you speak the language, because everything has like double meaning, something like that. That's the problem with that. That's the problem. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about is that I noticed I have a lot of Japanese games on the channel. And I've been trying to look for other games that are not Japanese related, but I'm gonna be honest with you, it's hard to find them because there's so a lot of people are playing Japanese. I don't know why. I guess it's just very fun. I like them a lot, actually. I like them a lot, like their concept and their uniqueness. Like you can get stone from gold and the samurai. I get it. It's fun. But I just don't find, I just can't find more games with other civilizations. It's getting harder. It's not that there isn't any, but like for example, I see two very good players like this. I don't want to miss a chance of seeing how they play, right? And unfortunately, it is Japanese. Japanese everywhere. So my question to you is, do you also think it's fun? It's one of the most fun civilizations to play with? The devs did something right on this one, because a lot of people play it, and probably you do too. Maybe you're also a Japanese player, or maybe it's because it's exotic. You know, you think like, oh, Japan, like Asian country, I wanna have something more exotic. So I wanna know your opinion on that. And meanwhile, we have the School of Cavalry here. No longer we see the French playing anymore. We usually see Jeanne on the field. It's gonna be the School of Cavalry, no surprise. We're not gonna see the Chamber of Commerce, so no trading. Who will trade on this map? Only a madman will do that. But anyway. And a tower coming for our inspector of horse temperature. Coming in the front of the gold, meaning basically he will wanna go castle. He don't have any unit to work with. Actually, BST opening up with 2 scouts. I wanna check how much sheep he got. Let's take a look. 16 sheep. That's a lot. Let's take a look at the Japanese. 9 sheep. So it's quite almost the double of difference that between those players in the sheep count. Look at that. The Jeanne, the Tower Rusher. That's right, guys. Jeanne, it's coming to Tower Rush your opponent, and it's gonna be a Tower Rush on the gold. I've seen this kind of thing done with Vortex quite often. Like the only player that I've seen tower rushing so far is Vortex, and that's very Vortex kind of style, right? Very aggressive, very attack, micro battles. That's his thing, no? I mean, look at Jeanne. Even has like a mace here. Tower rush incoming. And let's see if the Japanese will pull all the villagers to take this down. The problem with Jeanne d'Arc is, you know, not only builds faster, I believe she builds faster, yeah, 33% faster. She also has a lot of HP, so you cannot take her down very easily. So you should just bring all of them and just burn this. But in a way, that's also a loss for you, right? And there's also night here, so it's gonna be really hard for you. It's gonna be really hard for you to actually, you know, try to get, you know, this tower down. It's gonna be really hard. You're gonna lose some villager or two if you want to try that. So I think the only thing that Japanese wants now is, you know what, I'm just gonna mine the gold I need to ASAP, and I'm gonna be running away from here. I have my farms, I have some sheep, and I have the berries here, which are not really protected by any outposts, but definitely they are in range of the TC, so it's a little bit better than this one. So he's just gonna mine enough gold to ASAP. Meanwhile, BC will just try to push with the knights. Jeanne d'Arc already is gonna be Jeanne d'Arc the hunter here, so it's gonna be dealing some damage to those villagers. A knight is gonna finish the job. Most likely loses a knight. There's a huge loss at this point. Remember, the military units that you have at the beginning are the main characters of the story. They are not numbers. They do have a name. They matter. Military life matters, and it's just because you have 4 military units on the field, like, and 2 of them are scouts, 1 knight. So pretty much you can say 2 military units. One is called Jeanne d'Arc. Another one is called Steven. Steven, it's running away. He's injured, so he's just gonna be having some other tasks like killing boars and this kind of stuff, I guess. It's gonna be the Eternal Tower fight. Looks like this outpost will get upgraded just in time. Japanese tried to take that down, but the outpost got fortified, so it's not gonna happen anytime soon. A couple of barracks coming for him. Actually, he doesn't have the gold to ASAP. Looks like he will be forced to stay in the field age for a while. Meanwhile, Beastie, let's take a look at his base. He's already going for the deer here. What happened here? Oh, he's going for a second town center. Looks like he thought he had the stone to get the second town center, but he didn't. So now he will have it. He will have the second town center next to the deer. Beautiful spot. Well, only 1 knight and Jeanne d'Arc camping the Japanese. Very nice play from Beastie, delaying the castle age of the Japanese. At this time, they should be pretty much on the way to ASAP, but this didn't happen for him. Now he's on the way to make more spearmen. On Geishas, you should be good to go. So I call this a win for Beastie, a small victory. It's already going for a second town center, force his opponent to stay in feudal age and make some units, so it's very good for him. Very, very good. It's like Scout didn't manage to see the base of Beastie. I mean, technically, if you're not gonna rush or something, you're not really interested in checking the base so soon, especially when you know, like, there's gonna be a school of cavalry. But I don't. He knows about the town center. He knows about it. He knows. Kind of reminds me of Mega 64. I don't know if you watch those guys, Mega 64. They were really, really funny where they make these sketches around games. Gotta be careful with the villagers. And there was this sketch that was talking about how PlayStation always, you know, try to scam people by selling a better version of the PlayStation for a higher price. And they always have it. There was this time that a reporter asked the PlayStation manager, like, oh, like, what about the PS1? What about the PS2? What about the PlayStation Vita? And he's like, okay, they know. And he's like, he puts this face and they know. It's like, I'm gonna get fired. They know about the PlayStation plans, about they already have the better versions before they release the other ones. They know it's gonna happen. Actually, it did happen for PlayStation 5, I think. They are having the slim version. haven't had a PlayStation. I don't have a PlayStation 5. I do have a Steam Deck, and look at that. She actually does a lot of damage to the board. It's gonna kite a little bit. That's a lot of damage. I don't have a PlayStation 5, but I do have a Steam Deck, and I'm kind of enjoying it because I can just sit in the sofa next to the balcony. I don't have a balcony, but it's like a big window here. I can watch the surroundings. I don't live very high. It's only 4th floor. I can just sit there and play. It can be like Baldur's Gate. It can be like things like that. Just chilling out in the Steam Deck. Very, very, very nice. Very, very nice. And looks like he will be able to take down this tower. Has plenty of spearmen, a lot of Onabugeshas, and look at how tanky this outpost is. It's so it is very tanky. You need a lot of units. When you fortify it, it's just really hard to deal with that. Very, very hard. Very, very hard. Horseman actually going for the Japanese. Interesting choice. It's like, okay, you wanna fight in the field edge? Let's do it. Let's do it. And the good thing about the Japanese is that eventually when they gather enough gold, they will have enough for having a second town center. So eventually he will catch up. He knows his opponent is on that second town center, so he don't have much military. And this actually is an army that puts this town center in danger. This army can take down this town center. I mean, it took down an outpost, fortified one. Of course he can take down a town center. At the same time, Beastie aging up with the Guildhall. He cancels the Guildhall. He knows he's going castle, and he knows this needs to be punished. Like, he doesn't have any military unit. This town center will go down. Very, very bad timing for him. The wall didn't finish, and that cost him the town center. So on the back of his base, he's going for the Guildhall, of course, but he will lose the advantage that he had. He had only 4 villagers ahead. Villagers trying to repair it, but I don't think there is a way for Beastie. Oh my god, this hurts a lot. The villager advantage that he had, he just lost it. Now there are more archers coming for Jeanne d'Arc. But looks like this town center will go down. The military units not around here, and these are enough units for the Japanese to take down the town center. And looks like it will be burned down slowly. Second town center goes down, and beautiful play by the Japanese. Managed to equalize things a little bit, even things out, except for, you know, the Escalation. Guildhall is happening with 7 villagers at the same time. Onabugeshas trying to deal some damage to those villagers. Guildhall is about to be finished. Onabugeshas arrive on time. Looks like the villagers need to run. Guildhall is not finished. Jeanne d'Arc trying to guide with the archers, and the town center working full time. Villagers, get your arrows because everyone needs help here. Guildhall didn't finish, and now he needs more archers. Now he will clean this up. He does have a knight. He does have the town center working for him. So I think you know, at this point the Japanese can run away with his military. You know, you don't need to really cause more damage. Probably, I mean, it's kind of working, right? He's forcing Beastie to have a lot of idle time. Looks like the Guildhall will finish. 10 HP. 10 HP, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. I cannot believe it. I can't really believe this. I can't believe it. Jeanne d'Arc, the hero of the day, finally in level 3. Despite all the fights that they have. There you go. Finally, Guildhall is finished. Oof. Despite all the bad battles that they have, at least they give experience to Jeanne d'Arc, and now she does quite a fair of damage, especially with this one. 100 damage, pretty much one-shots anything that you see here. Jeanne's champion also there, so she have some man-at-arms, and this is tough. This is gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie. This is a time where Beastie is behind. He's behind villagers. He's ahead. At least he has the Castle Age. Jeanne d'Arc is level 3, so not everything is lost here. And if there is anyone who can turn things around, it's this guy. This guy has been in battles where, you know, Beastie is the king of turning things around. And you know, despite losing the town center, he's still on Castle Age. He needs to focus on his economy more and, you know, pump units. His opponent is nowhere near Castle Age, and in this fight, I will say Beastie has the advantage because he has the man-at-arms, which will tank the damage. Horseman will try to deal damage to those archers, but Knights are already here, so Horseman's numbers are down to 0. At least the ones here. A couple of more coming. It's like Beastie will fight behind the walls, and likely for him, this wall is finished. Now, man, just a wall. Could you imagine all the events that happen just because of one wall? Now, more Onabugashas just running into the base. Are these better? These are not veteran archers. They're just coming through slowly. They're coming through. Jeanne d'Arc already healed by quite a lot. Town center working. 8 villagers inside. Oh my god, those Onabugashas do a lot of damage to Jeanne d'Arc. Gotta be careful not to lose her. Jeanne d'Arc can be a quite heavy loss. Quite a heavy loss. And they do have +1 range armor, so they're gonna stay here a little bit longer. Military numbers for Beastie not looking quite good at the moment. Onabugashas just pressuring this gold. And Beastie is not gathering gold at the moment. Oh my god, we're 60 minutes into the game. We haven't checked the income per minute. And this is a tough situation. This is a tough situation for sure. Like these are the, you know, the ruins, that the beginning of the end, guys. This was the beginning of the end. This is a beautiful screenshot, actually. Like, you have the hill, you have the verticality, you have the foreground, you have the middle ground, you have the background. Nothing gets better than this. At the same time, Scout going for a raid. It's like he chose the wrong unit. At least he knows now he's in the board. He knows he's in the board. Just needs to send someone there to deal with that. The Japanese actually still in the Feudal Age, pumping those units. As long as he can cause damage, he can still work in the Feudal Age. Now, these archers are already veterans, so are gonna be a little bit tanky here. And they're just gonna do quite a good job against those. Quite a good job. It's like Japanese going for the berries of the opponent. Look at the Onabugashas. It's like, you don't scare me, Royal Knight. You have no power here. They burn some houses here. And he's even so confident that he's actually going for the berries. Now, I don't know who's this Chinese, but he might be Louis, right? Could be. Could be a Louis Altacon. Although Louis doesn't really play on Altacons that much. That's why I don't really think he is, but you know, he's a really good player, I should say. But am I gonna go down? And now these archers are dealing quite a lot of damage, quite a lot. Beastie stabilizing little by little. Looks like Upan is just gonna build a tower here. Just like, hey, just to make sure that you know that these are my berries, my friend. These are my berries. And despite still winning one town center, he's still, you know, 16 villagers ahead. Those were 35 villagers dead units for Beastie. So it's a tough match. It's a tough match for sure. Onabugashas dealing with the wolf finally. It's always good when someone's dealing with the wolf. Whenever it's Jeanne d'Arc or, you know, the ruse, someone to deal with the wolf is always nice. You always get the false alarm. Now Beastie needs to stabilize. He may be thinking about going for a second town center, you know, just to catch up with the villager numbers, because these number of units are not stopping. That's also the problem he has, is that Japanese just keep pumping units. Now these are Feudal Age units. No +2 range attack coming for Beastie, which is huge. Like when you have an army like this, you need a range attack. You definitely need a range attack. Jeanne d'Arc gonna keep running, make sure she doesn't die. And villagers gonna retreat from the gold for now. More on-up-geishas, just non-stop on-up-geishas. This is the name of the game here. Basically, non-stop on-up-geishas. Already have a lot of food economy. A lot of food economy going for him. How many villagers he has? 36 villagers on food. This is looking very rough for Beastie at the moment. Economically speaking, this is a very tough time. This is a very tough time. Second town center going out for the Japanese as well. And looks like he's still pumping units. He's gonna probably build some towers here to secure the gold. Gonna make sure you don't get raided here. And at this point, you're in a really good position where you will naturally age up to castle and improve your units. Beastie finds these outposts, but there's nothing he can do about it. You know, there's no infantry coming up for Beastie. School of Cavalry consecrated, but not wholly enough to produce units. He doesn't have enough gold, enough food, and probably at this point you should be prioritizing those villager productions. If you don't have food, you cannot afford military if you don't even have for the villagers, so gotta be careful here. Horseman going down. It looks like another on-up geisha raid is happening. Now, food economy looking really good for the Japanese. Probably thinking about going for a castle age soon. Look at that divine arrow. That's so much damage. And at this point, I think Jeanne d'Arc can pretty much level up. I don't know how much experience she has, but it's gonna be I will say at least half the experience. She's been fighting non-stop, man. Jeanne d'Arc should be aging up pretty soon at this point in the game. And because it's not Jeanne d'Arc the warrior, like, she's not really that scary. Like, I mean, she's not very tanky, but she does a lot of damage. I mean, 16 damage plus Divine Arrow does 100 damage. It's quite good, actually. It's quite good. Oh my god, a raid happening here. Horseman will take down more villagers. 48 villagers going down for Beastie. In the back of the Japanese base is the floating gate. They'll be going castle really soon. If there's someone who can save the day, it's Jeanne d'Arc. Level up that Jeanne d'Arc. Veteran Royal Knights already here. You need those knights. Definitely need those knights. A little bit of a tough situation for BC. He needs to go for a second town center, even 3 town centers. Like, but you cannot stop making military. You're just doing a lot of archers, which is good. I mean, at this point, your opponent cannot kill you. Military speaking, speaking strictly on military numbers, Beastie has stabilized. Like, he does have the numbers, he does have the tech, he does have the upgrades, blacksmith upgrades, not there yet, but at least has veterancy on those units. Knights, probably going for a raid here, there you go, exactly what he needs. He also took down quite a few villagers, 14 in total, so it's not a bad number for him. But it's still looking rough. It is still looking rough. Veteran Royal Knights are here, so it's quite a strong unit. Quite a strong unit for sure. Just need to make sure you don't lose them. Use them for raiding, for, you know, kill a villager here and there, but if you go for attacking, it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one for sure. It's like the archers are coming right into the economy of the Japanese, next to the farms. Looks like he retreats for now. He retreats. And he's gonna go for crossbow now. It's gonna be the other trier. Excuse my French accent. Arbalète trier. I don't know how that pronounced. I'm sorry for those of you who will get you know, panic attacks of my of my accent. You know what I'm looking forward? I'm looking forward for the Spanish civilization, man. There I can read all the names, like the way they should be, with the right accent. That's gonna be my time to shine. After many years of struggling, reading a lot of English, even like, you know, Japanese names, Chinese, Crucial Legacies, Lianu, all of that. Finally, my time will come when the Spanish civilization arrives to Age of Empires 4, but not today, my friends, not today. Okay, you'll have to deal with my Spanish accent. John Dark, please. You need to age up. You need a miracle, John Dark. Archer numbers looking really good for BC. I'm not gonna lie to you. These Archer mass, you need a mangonels if you wanna take them down. You need a mangonel here. You cannot just, you know, try to go there with melee units or horsemen because they're gonna take them down. You need a mangonel here. And John Dark level 4. Oh my god. The only miracle. And now she does quite a lot of damage. 30 damage, hand cannon. Markswoman. So, has heavy armor. So she does have like 3 melee armor. She can have more in the future with the blacksmith upgrades. Has a long range. Has 7 tiles range compared to the archers that have 5 tiles range. She has Divine Blast, 150 damage. And also can she? She can call the cannon. So the like military numbers are looking for good for BC at the moment. Stabilizing, guys. Now what a game! What a game we're witnessing here. Japanese already with 83 economic units, starting the farm transition. Let's take a look at how many farms he has. 33. Not a bad amount. Not a bad amount. Horseman will go for a raid now. And a town center is gonna be built. Oh my god. I hope BC can react on time because these guys are just gonna be having some problem here. John Dark just going out alone, you know, but I don't need army. I'm just a one-man army. Literally, she's a one-man army. Relics being captured. I forgot completely about the relics. Wololo attempt. Managed to give him some time for all the units to come here. Town center gonna get completed. You just need to be careful not to lose it. Cannon already spawned. I don't know exactly where. There you go. There is the cannon. And at this point, you want to use the cannon for killing units because, I mean, you need to have everyone on your side. Elite champion there. Gonna be a really nice unit to have. Another raid happening, unfortunately, for BC. Now he's mining more stone. Probably thinking about the third town center. I mean, you need, when you have 40 economic units, you need a town center. But now, it is a time for... There was a time for peace where the Japanese didn't have enough military units to attack BC. But now that their economy is more balanced, now we will see a bigger stream of units coming for him. Stone was coming up for BC actually in this way. A very bad timing here for those villagers. Cannon trying to deal with Mount Samurai. Exactly what you need to do. Nothing but having a royal cannon, man. Nothing but having a royal cannon. These walls didn't finish, unfortunately. You just need to close this. Close this one. You need time to breathe. You need time to breathe. You need time to recover. You're already on 2 TCs. Probably you need another one. Last cannon. Bone Samurai said, I don't care. Divine Arrow? Did she just shoot? Did he just shoot the unit that had the... oh my god, not John Dark! No! Yeah, that felt really bad. How much gold you need for John Dark? 1,000 gold. I don't think we're gonna see John Dark coming soon. We're instead gonna see an Asia. It's gonna be the Red Palace. And where is it gonna be? It's gonna be next to the gold. It's gonna be next to the gold. Oh no. Japanese know about this. Now this is a really bad timing for aging up. Now, Japanese already knows he's there. Luckily for him, military is nowhere near close the Red Palace. Now the Red Palace will basically guarantee that he can get access to gold, which is exactly what he needs. But the problem is also the food. There is no farm transition coming on for BC yet. And, you know, economic units, not really the best at the moment, so you really need time to recover. You need time to recover. Time is not something that the Japanese player will actually give you now. Red Palace is about to finish. If Red Palace finishes, this town center will get an emplacement. And if you don't know, Red Palace actually buff all the town centers and I think keeps as well. I don't know if towers, but they do have. Take a look at this. Arbalest damage. They do a lot of damage, 42 damage. So I don't think this town center may go down. This is pretty much like a keep. Look at the damage it does. It does a lot of damage. So Imperial Age is already there for BC. It has some military units that he can upgrade eventually when he gets the gold. And he needs probably another town center. John Dark is back. John Dark is back. Definitely what you need. That skill I haven't watched. Valorous Inspiration. 35% attack for 20 seconds. I gotta be careful with the raids here. He needs to react on time. He cannot afford to lose more villagers. Luckily for him, town center won't be able to be raided for now. We're talking about 115 economic units against 32. Cannon. Gotta be careful not to lose it. Now keep in mind, BC has 3 relics. So gold income is gonna be good for him. For now. It's not gonna be something... It's not the best he can have. But it works for now. So he also doesn't have any eco upgrades so far. Not a single one of them. And at this point, probably thinking about another town center. That's the only way he can. You know. Oh my god. Tanegashima Gunsmith. At the front. This pretty much says to me like, okay. Like, I want siege and I want it to arrive soon. I need siege and I need it now. And unfortunately for BC, there is not keep here to protect, you know, the, this economy here. Or rather say your production buildings, because you only have some wood left here. You need to go there. There you go. Better chop wood next to the Red Palace. Definitely a good choice. And looks like this town center, this time it may go down. It may go down. Let's see if BC arrive on time. Gonna have companion equipment, increase the health of John Dark and damage by 25% and gain +1 armor. Let's see if he managed to get on time to save the town center. Looks like he will be able to keep the town center for now. And Imperial Age already there for the Japanese. Resources in the map are pretty lacking at the moment. Only just a small gold vein on the right. Have a small gold vein in the left, and that's it. So protecting this gold vein actually was very good for BC. Elite Mount Samurai coming. Already there actually. And cannons trying to deal with those Mount Samurais. Gotta be careful not to lose them. And at this point, there is quite a big military force for BC. Still, he can protect. The problem is, elite upgrades are coming soon for the Japanese, and it's time to make the switch to the samurai. Now, crossbowman will work pretty well for him. Town center actually dealing quite a lot of damage to those units. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the Japanese base. Farm transition pretty much finished for him. A couple of town centers upgraded, so his food economy will be... Wow, that's a lot of farms. How many farms you have? 62 farms, 3,000 food per minute, 2,000 gold. Now, at this point, he just needs to mass a big army and have a good fight, and that's pretty much it. Stonewall's coming up for BC. Problem is, you need to deal with this first. They will come. Slow but steady. Slow but steady, they will come. All those crossbows are doing quite a good damage here. All those units that you see here. But the problem is these Osutsu are dealing a lot of damage to those ranged units in the back. Osutsu have splash damage actually, so they're quite a good unit against everything that you see here, especially when you have a lot of them. Looks like Beastie will hold for the moment. He knows he needs time. Stonewall's coming for him. I don't know how long the Stonewalls will be able to hold. I really don't know. I mean, you have the siege workshops here. It's only a matter of having just one bombard and Stonewall is pretty much gone. No food for Beastie at the moment. You hate to see that. Another town center. Definitely what he needs. He still have some berries here. One ship that was never gathered in this game. Mangonel's already here. He's gonna be careful with the Mangonel. The Mangonel shot will pretty much deal with everything that you see in the back. This nicest snipe from Jeanne managed to take down the Mangonel. At this point, if you manage to snipe the Mangonels, you won't have any siege to work with. Just need to protect Jeanne. Mangonel shots does some decent damage. Let's take a look at Beast's vision. He knows about the Mangonel. He knows where it is. You just need to snipe it, but he has the skill. He doesn't have it. He will have it very soon. He will have it soon. He needs the skill to deal with that, but he's losing his army. It's already back to 8 military units. The one-man army is just here. Cannons still alive. Looks like finally it's gonna go down. And the Mangonel still alive. Divine Arrow was used, so no more charges for him. Royal Knights not even elite. And now he's gonna go for the town center here. I don't know if he knows about this one here, but definitely he's gonna lose this town center for sure. Biology also coming for him. I don't know if he has the Oda tactics, where he just do a lot of damage to buildings, extra damage to buildings. And more villagers going down, back to less than 50 count. Royal Knight doing some raids. More units coming here. Now more enemies approaching from the east. Now this time with 27 samurais. More horsemen coming. And the samurais are just gonna be dealing so much damage. So much damage. And now they are going for it. Osutsu destroying everything they have. Blacksmith upgrades get cancelled. Jeanne d'Arc just trying to deal damage in any way they can. But it's... Now the units are coming non-stop here. The only place that doesn't have stone walls. I said the only place, actually a pretty big area. More kiting. You know, 9 military units, nothing you can do about it. And Beastie taps out. Well played by these two players. Props to that guy that never ever gives up. Hope you enjoyed this match. I'll put a link in the description where you can follow them. See you in the next one.